Hey folks, it's Stacy here, Stacy from Homestead on the Hill. And we're in the middle of a heat wave. And it is so stinking hot that I can't wear my PPE, personal protective equipment, so I'm not working. Just spent the day in the house, just cabin, just chilling out. But it's cooled off now. It's, I think, 32 degrees out here. It was 41 earlier, that's Celsius. And it's cooled off now. And so what I'm going to do is show you how I load or roll a log, deck a log up onto the sawmill to prepare it for milling. But I'm not going to do any milling today. I'm just gonna get the log up onto there, and maybe tomorrow evening I'll do some milling. But let's just show you two techniques I have for loading logs on there. So hang tight, we'll head over to the mill. First thing I do is I lower these stops. I think they're dogs. I lower them in because the only one thing I don't want is the log to roll up here and off the other side. You can also see over here, I'm getting a little behind on cleanup. I make a point of bucking that up into firewood regularly so I don't end up with a pile that's in the way. It's in the way already. Both systems that I use these old fence posts, and I put them on here. Let's put them on there, and then this one over here. Watch your legs there. And you can see down here they got a little tapered end on them, so the log, when I'm rolling the log up, it rolls up relative. It's easier. It's not easy. Nothing's easy in this world. Let's get that out of the way. So I'm going to roll this log. And the first method I'm going to use is the old peavy. So it's hot here, so just taking a quick look, make sure there isn't a rattlesnake underneath here. Oh, hey, come on over here. These logs are bug kill. Look at this, each of these piles. That's some ganky bug is underneath there, chewing out the inside of the log. What they do, if you look down here, they eat. Yeah, there, look at that. They eat the layer between the bark and the tree, and that's what kills the tree, because that's where the sap moves around in. Anyway, these nasty bugs, they're still in there working their magic on doing their best to kill the tree. Anyway, I'm coming to this end here. I'm just eyeballing it, so I don't want to hit my shelter over there. So if I get my videographer to move to that way, you don't want to put yourself between a rock and a hard place or a log and a log. However, I've got these blocks in here to hold this one from rolling over and breaking both my legs. Never underestimate the power of a log. It doesn't seem like a whole lot, but okay. So that's as far as it's gonna go. Now, normally, I got my boots on and my Carhartts. I just use the peavy for a little bit, and then I just go like this. Go underneath this. Oh, not in the center. Get the post-production edit that part out. Make it look like I'm slick and smooth. Oh, jeez, good Lord. Okay, one more. There we go. And there we go. However, I'm going to show you a second technique of how I can get the log up onto the mill. So I'm just going to undo what I just did. So this is another method that an old-time rancher taught me. He said to me, I said to him, one time he was going to load these logs onto a truck. And I said, well, how are you going to do that? You don't have a machine. And he says, never underestimate the power of an old fat man and a piece of rope. So, hey, pretty neat technique. So let me see if I can do what he did without getting too fat. Okay, so he tied off both ends to the trailer and then went out here like this, something like that, and then that's a hell of a good way to break all your toes. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is what he did. Are you filming? Hmm? Yeah. And I want to move this a little bit. Gonna hold that there, just cinch it off. And slide this end down a little bit. Okay, with very little effort, well, a little more effort than very little. You see what I was going to do there? Okay, that ends up. And come on, baby. What's it hug up on? Okay. If I didn't have a PV, I could just go like that. And then I'm going to put these back over here for safekeeping. Look at that. On the deck. What you'll notice is that this log has a bit of a curve to it. It goes off like that, so I'm going to lose a bit of timber that way as well. But so be it. I'm betting. See the little hatchet again. Yeah, see, this is the kind where the bark just, and having the bark off of it, there's so little risk of having the, I just put it down there and then take it over there to the burn pile later. But I can see what the log looks like without the bark on it. And I can also, you don't get, you're sure, oh, come on over here, look at this beast of a beetle. Come on this way, see here. That's what's been eating the tree. So it's in the, I don't know, what do you call it, what do you call that stage of the development? When they're in a beetle stage, larvae? Yes. Or slug, or what do you call it? So, the lesson today was how to load a log onto the sawmill, or onto a trailer for that matter. You know, I would be like old Casey did. That was my rancher buddy, Casey. Rope, tie it off on here. Works pretty good. Put the ramps back over there, the fence posts. Easy way to do it. That's it, folks. That's how you load a log up onto a sawmill or onto a trailer. Take care, be kind, like and subscribe. See you soon, folks. You know what I always say? A safe workplace? No, what is it? Clean workplace is a safe workplace. That's what I always say.